is this? Whoa! That is amazing. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do and drop a comment. It helps out a lot. I'm here today with my friend Sierra Reckless on social media. I'll drop some links below. We're standing on a vacant lot in Grand Forks, North Dakota, where a pioneer era house once stood. I've got permission to excavate the grounds in search of artifacts. I've got a good feeling about this. Here's the backyard. I was told a bunch of trees blew over in that storm. You can see some branches. Overall, it's fairly open. There is that forested area there, but it's nothing I can't handle. Just over here in the trees, you'll see a slight sunken area. Must have been where the ground settled. I pushed a 4-foot rod through, hit what I believe is coal ash, and a good amount of glass. I think we've got a pit. As you can see, we're nearly 5 feet down. I'm finding all kinds of fragments. This stuff is over 100 years old. Look at that. It was likely made in Europe. This one here, I believe, was the tea leaf pattern. I find these in early pits all over Grand Forks. And what's unusual are all these files. Makes me wonder what the owner's occupation was. Maybe a blacksmith, maybe did some woodworking. We also have some whole pieces exposed down here. We'll pull those up next. I'm showing Sierra how to dig bottles. That right there is the top of a lamp chimney that dates to the 1880s. It's got that wider gap on the edges there. Definitely a earlier piece from this town. There is a ton of glass. It looks like the soil's changing color, so we're getting into something. And that is a square nail machine cut. They stopped making those around 1895. There we go. All right, first whole piece. That is, okay, I've seen this before. Yeah, liquid hair dye. Liquid hair dye number 1 is at a bachelor's. I've dug a lot of bachelors. Cool. And that's got to be from the 1890s. I actually dug some of those bachelors hair dyes on Fort Pembina, some earlier versions of them.
What's that?
Looks like some kind of... Oh, okay. This is for a shade roller. So this would have been mounted to like a window on the moldings, and the shade roller went in here, and it had, you know, another one on the other side, probably from the 1890s. Oh, all right. Looks like maybe a patent medicine of some sort. Some kind of a medicine or extract bottle. It's a tool top. The labels for it would have been on that face there, long gone. Blake style prescription. This is definitely the earliest pit from the house. That's solid 1880s, 1890s. Look at the thin lip on that. It's got the mark on the bottom. It could be just a mold code. Not sure if that's from an actual glass company. And another one. What do we have here? Another blank, but that's a French square style, so yeah, again, 1880s or 1890s. One. Oh wow. So this one, that's a sewing machine oil bottle. It's from the Singer Manufacturing Company. I dig those all the time. Singer is one of the most popular companies in the U.S. One of the biggest sewing machine manufacturers. And I'm hearing some other stuff down here. A lot of broken junk. It's like a broken plate shingle. Well, there are two bottles down here. One right here in the corner, and another one right here. It should be about ready. Oh, nice. Looks like some kind of prescription bottle. Actually has some embossing on the side. What's going on with that? What does that say?
Boroliptol?
Boroliptol. You know, I've never seen one of these before. It looks like a footed prescription bottle, but must have been some kind of patent medicine. Definitely 1890s. There's some kind of rectangle bottle. There we go.
That looks awful.
I thought I felt embossing it. There it is. I have dug a good few of these over the years. I actually dug my first one across the street at the first house I dug here in Grand Forks. It's a ruby foam for the teeth. It was named for its color. It was just this ruby red, and the E.W. Hoyt and Company. It's a turn of the century piece. It looks like two more bottles. What do we have here? Burnett's Standard Flavoring Extracts. Boston. So another extremely popular product for us today. See, Burnett's Boston. This was usually like a lemon or a vanilla. They also had a rose and a bunch of other flavoring during that time for baking. I thought I saw a prescription bottle. There it is. Oh, another ruby foam. No, that's wild. Yeah, just across the street is where I dug my first one. And must have been advertising around here. Whoa. Okay, this is a piece to a cruet set. This one's etched. Looks like a tooled top. So this would have sat in a holder. This bottle particularly probably held oil. Maybe olive oil. Yeah, it seems like it continues on in this direction. And a blank French square style prescription bottle. And a spoon. Looks like fairly deteriorated. Sometimes you can see the stamping on it. It could have been silver plated at one point, but another turn of the century piece. And a broken drinking tumbler. Looks like it broke, so they discarded it. Looks like it could be machine blown. Oh wow. Now that has some weight. I think that's lead handle. It definitely is. And a 3-pronged fork. I think those are earlier than the 4 prongs. That could be 1870s or 1880s. Who knows, maybe even 1860s. There's one bottle left. Looks like an extract of medicine. It is right here in the corner.
Thank you.
I see some embossing on it. I'm not sure what kind of bottle it is.
I see. If I can get it out. Ta-da!
What do we have? Looks like a shoe polish. Any embossing on it?
Not that I see.
Oh, Whitmore. Okay. Yeah, Whitmore Brothers. They had the largest shoe polish manufacturer in the U.S. during their time. Tool top, 1890s. Well, this pit is done. Here's the haul. I concluded this was an outhouse pit used by the residents during the 1880s and 1890s. Wasn't a lot in it. I think it was cleaned out, and they either left some pieces or threw a few back. We got some dinnerware, sewing machine oil, that piece for a cruet set, the ruby foam, extracts. One on the left could be a patent medicine, a prescription bottle, another patent med, hair dye, shoe polish, and a bunch of broken ironstone. Well, there you have it. We'll get it filled back in. We are now on Walnut Street. This house behind us was built sometime in the 1880s or 1890s. It shows up on an 1890s map. I got the go-ahead from the landlord to dig, so we'll take a walk around back.
Okay.
Here's the house. It definitely has a late 19th century style. It's got that beveled roofline in the front. It's clearly been re-sided. I did find records that the house was taxed for indoor plumbing in 1900, so anything we find should predate that. Here's the backyard. It's fairly open. There's that cement pad and that shed, but I believe the shed has a dirt floor. If there's something back here, we should be able to find it. We're on the back toward the alley. If you look close, you'll see this sunken area. We pushed these rods through the ground and hit what I believe is coal ash, possibly some glass. This could get really good. That looks good. I think this is a liquor flask. Only a 1.5 feet down. Maybe some ironstone here as well. Maybe a coffee cup. Huh. Little semi-porcelain plate. Likely European made. Kind of plain. I don't see any markings on it. And another one. Some kind of broken prescription bottle, maybe a flask. Well, there we go. That's got to be 1890s, very early 1900s, tool top, shoe flask style liquor flask. what do you have there? It's like the top of some kind of decorative glassware. Could be a blown glass. Pattern glass, maybe. What do you got? A shoe fly style liquor flask. A smaller version than the one we dug. That's, again, 1890s. Maybe turn of the century. No later than about 1905. So getting all kinds of fragments and... Oh, and an ammonia bottle. So this was used for washing clothes. See, it has some groundwater in it. There's no markings. These are usually unmarked.
Ooh, what is this?
Oh wow, that is very unusual. I've never seen one of these. That is an ink bottle. That's really heavy glass. Almost looks like solid. I wonder. Top's kind of fused
oh my God,
onto
that's full, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, I think it might have some ink left in it. It's probably a ground lip. That is unusual. I'm surprised it's not marked. Usually a company would stake claim to something like this, but that is really cool.
I'm finding some broken stuff under here. There's another piece from whatever that was.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll get all the pieces.
Ooh.
Nice. Little prescription bottle. That's got to be pre-1900. You know, there's a T on the bottom. Not sure what's going on with that.
What is that?
Another embossing. This could have been, it looks like it was almost carved down. I want to say it's like the insert to a dry cell battery. I wonder if someone is using this on a slate board or maybe using it as chalk. Interesting.
Ooh, what is this?
Oh yeah, the top of a lamp chimney. Turn of the century piece. Yeah, some more with the lamp.
You don't mind if I dig it up a little, do you? There's something right there.
There we go. So that's a shoe polish bottle. Tooled top. Turn of the century, maybe 1890s. Looks like we're getting down into a use layer. Oh wow, Mrs. Winslow's soothing syrup, classic. So this stuff was made to quiet colicky babies. It had morphine in it and was nicknamed the baby killer because infants were accidentally overdosed. Although the stuff was sold for decades. Find these all over the US. And you can see the specks. Undigested seeds. We are digging in an old outhouse pit. Wow, that's unusual. Looks like a Union Oval style liquor flask. WB on the bottom. I don't know what that stands for, but Look at that, a ground lip. That's amazing.
Get around this one a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a shoe polish. What is that? Got a shoe polish bottle. So this is actually the applicator right here. Fairly rusted away. There's like a brush on it. You know what? There's actually embossing on it. Raven Gloss shoe dressing. New York, USA. I've heard of these. I think I've dug some before. That's a turn of the century piece.
And there's another one right here I can see.
That is unusual. I think it's some kind of ink bottle. There's a lid on it. Let's see. Huh. There's definitely some kind of contents in there. That's a ground lip. I wonder if there's a... Oh, Sanford's. There we go. So yeah, some kind of writing fluid. No other embossing. I may have a Blake style prescription bottle. Looks like a mason jar lid also. Consolidated Fruit Jar Company. Oh wow. That's an early one. That's likely to the Mason's patent jar. Some kind of a food bottle. Maybe an olive container. French style possibly. French style olive bottle, jeweled top. Another mason jar. I think this might be a shoe flat flask. Yeah, a jeweled top shoe flask style liquor flask. There's so much stuff in here. I can barely get a trowel through. And I wonder what's going on with this. So look at all these we're finding. Have to do some research on the property and figure out what's going on. It looks like they were carved. They used as like I mentioned, something on a slate board or chalk. It could be a different use, but yeah, here's another one and another one. Yeah, there's something going on with this. That's very unusual. And another jeweled top ammonia bottle with the cork still in it. Gem. I wonder what's up with that. So there's some kind of almost plunger in the top there. See, it says gem. I've never dug one of these before. Here we go. Patented February 3rd, 1880. Payne Deal and Company. Well, PD and Company, Philadelphia. Usually when I see PD and Company, it's Park Davis, but I'm glad it's specified on this. That's something else. And a mason jar lid. Another one from the Consolidated Fruit Jar Company of New York. So I think it was Boyd that was in charge of this. What is that? I wonder if that's bison or from cattle. Bison? I think that's a bison horn. That is something else. And a solid use layer on it. And an intact plate. Look at all those seeds. It's got a stamp. That is almost impossible to read. Let's see, it's they call this crazing. All those lines would have been just white originally. It's caused from being in the ground, dirt seeping into the cracks. Here we go. F.W. Schleberg, druggist, Grand Forks, North Dakota. I've never seen one of these in this style before. It's got an 1894 patent on bottom. That is wild. You can see the patent mark right there. Tooled top. That's early, that's solid 1890s. And another ammonia bottle. They were definitely washing a lot of clothes around here. Looks like there's maybe some groundwater in it. Well, that's yellowware. That could actually be 1870s. It's a chamber pot. Just loosen this up. Could be interesting. Let's see here. There's so much in the sun. More of that yellowware chamber pot. Wow. It's a very early lamp. It's got to be brass was probably nickel plated at one point. Probably have all the pieces. Here we go, some English China Johnson Brothers. That's gotta be an 1880s piece. These are almost always blank, plain ironstone. Broken ammonia bottle. Oh. Will not corrode. Special grade sewing machine oil. Will not gum, will not corrode. Never dug one of these before. This pit's got a bunch of unusual pieces in it. It's definitely 1890s, turn of the century. Look at that. Sanford's ink. That's like a bell top. I think they might call that another tool top piece. Broken shoe fly flask. Yeah, it's been broken a while. There's iridescence all over the brakes. Oh, kind of, okay. Their repeating company, that's definitely Park Davis, in a major pharmaceutical outlet from Detroit, Michigan. Oh wow, an Aqua Philadelphia oval style prescription. AMF and company. They were either a jobber for pharmaceuticals or a glass company. Look at that, if that had been embossed, that would have been wild. And some kind of, like a Chest Bro manufacturing Vaseline. Tool top. Oh, look at that prescription bottle. Strap side. No embossing. It's got to be a solid 1890s. You can see that beveled lip on it. That's a prescription style lip, popular in the 1870s into the turn of the century. And a shoe polish. So that's another turn of the century piece. I don't see any embossing on it.
Ooh, one more.
Oh. And this is a flavoring extract. There's actually a partial label on it. These are always so far deteriorated. But, yeah, another tooled top. No markings on this one either. Another Philadelphia oval style prescription. Lydia Pinkham's vegetable compound. So this was marketed towards females. Looks like it may be and applied top. Hard to say for sure. Looks to be intact though. Dr. DJ's liniment. What does that say? Counter irritant, Philadelphia. Not sure if I've dug one of these before. I've dug some Dr. Jane's pieces. Dr. Jane's counter irritant. Wild. Broken liquor flasks. Broken prescription bottle. And a broken teacup, ironstone china. Whooping cough. W. Edwards and Son. Roche's embrocation for the whooping cough. That's something else. I don't think I've dug one of these before. That is wild. Looks like the bottom to a cake pan. Pressed glass. Some really ornate dinnerware that's looks like flow blue. What is this? Whoa! That is amazing. Look at that. Look how ornate that is. Looks like a water pitcher. Try to find all the pieces for it. Even that handle. This is one of the most ornate pieces I've dug. Got some more pieces down here. Huh. Got all kinds of designs on it. That is really something. Oh wow. This might have been a Philly oval. Grand Forks. And a blank plain panel style. Could have been a liniment, maybe an extract. And a shoe fly style liquor flask. broken window. And some kind of prescription bottle. Patented April 21st, 1896. That style is the patent. No other embossing. Definitely a broken window. You know, I think we're getting close to the bottom, and I find broken windows toward the bottom of a lot of these. My theory is that they broke some windows while they were building the house and just threw them down the pit. I'm sure that's what happened. I find these at the bottom all the time. Some kind of a footed glass chalice of some sort. Looks like the base broke, so they discarded it. And a shoe fly style liquor flask. This broken window. F.W. Schleiberg, druggist, Grand Forks, North Dakota. Know from experience, these are the 1892 patent on the bottom, Whittle Tatum. Haven't found bottom yet. Some kind of a tool top ink bottle. Carter's, mucilage. So some of these contain mucilage. That was an early form of glue, tool top. Oh, Scott's emulsion. So that's gotta be 1880s. I find these in so many 1880s pits. Yeah, cod liver oil with lime and soda. So there it is, Scott's emulsion. Cod liver oil, lime and soda. Now is it a... It's a tooled top. I think most of these are tooled. Alright, now, whatever this is, very ornate piece. Looks like a chamber pot, possibly. Let's see. Yeah, it's all cracked. Must have been why they checked it. But yeah, it matches that picture. Huh. Looks like some kind of Asian theme on it. Look at that. Could be, is that a geisha? I can't say for sure. But we got most of the pieces. This is actually something I'll try to glue back together. Oh yeah, look at that. There's the handle. Wow, these are ornate. Like seriously, some of the most ornate pieces I've ever dug up. Ironstone china, likely made in England. Hopefully we can find the bottom and find a stamp. These big roots are usually toward the bottom. I'll find them like growing directly along the bottom. Dr. King's new discovery, H.E. Buckland and Company. It's a sample size. Dr. King's new discovery, consumption ran wild in the late 1800s. Here's the haul. This was remarkable. I concluded this was an outhouse pit used by the residents in the 1880s into the 1890s. Got an amazing variety. These ironstone pieces, they're seriously some of the most ornate I've ever dug. That chamber pot on the left, and that pitcher on the right. All these battery inserts, incredibly unusual. A pharmaceutical bottle, patent medicines, liquor flasks, shoe polish bottles, prescriptions, ammonias. Well, there you have it. We'll get this filled back in.